Now, what am I going to do for you? All right, you asked me about health care. First off, it should be health cure, meaning we as American people, we got enough hospitals, which is a Latin word, hospitable, meaning just to be nice to somebody, and that's all they do, be nice to us. And many of our loved ones, yes or no, have died inside of these hospitals. And so hospital means to be nice, but it ain't healing nothing, it ain't curing nothing. And so we got prescription drugs based on pharmacy, which is a Greek word for sorcery. As President of the United States of America, I'm introducing and releasing all of the cures that are no longer be for the elite. It's going to be for you and me. That means you ain't got to go to the Proton Center for cancer treatment no more. You get the cure. You get the potent herb, the formula that members of our Pentagon and members of our elite society, they already have for many years while we struggle and while we get sick. No,